Hi, I am Dominik Maximini. I am a professional Scrum trainer with Scrum.org and a professional consultant with Novatec in Germany. Today, I will talk about the most misused event of Scrum, which is the sprint review. Most often, what I find in practice is that people use it either as a demo or as an acceptance meeting. Both is incorrect. Let's take a quick look at the Scrum Guide. It reads, a sprint review is held at the end of the sprint to inspect the increment and adapt the product backlog if needed. During the sprint review, the Scrum team and stakeholders collaborate about what was done in the sprint. Based on that and any changes to the product backlog during the sprint, attendees collaborate on the next things that could be done to optimize value. This is an informal meeting, not a status meeting, and the presentation of the increment is intended to elicit feedback and foster collaboration. As you can see, the keyword here is collaboration. So let me describe the perfect sprint review for you. The product owner obviously owns the meeting. He will have sent the invitation, he will have put the product backlog at the wall, so at least this release, maybe even the next release, is visible there, so everybody knows what to collaborate on. And the product owner will open the session with telling all the stakeholders, who are obviously all there, it's very good to have you here. You remember, this was our product vision, this was our release goal, and this was our sprint goal. And then he or the development team will add the information if the goal of this sprint was achieved or not. Then it's the turn of the development team to briefly, just very, very briefly, show the results of last sprint. And by results, we are talking about the stuff that was actually done, not what is half done or something. So very briefly, in just a couple of minutes, the development team shows what's new, so the stakeholders know at what places to look. And then it's handed over to the stakeholders. So they should use their hands, their fingers, their knowledge, their thoughts to try out the product. So if you have a smartphone like this one, and you're producing smartphone apps, then you should distribute development phones to everybody present that should have the latest version of the app on them, and the stakeholders should be able to try it out. The job of the developers and the whole Scrum team is to walk around, help the stakeholders, notice if certain things are going right or going wrong, and to capture new ideas of the stakeholders. If there is an idea that's very, very good and urgent, then the product owner is brought in. He will note down the results, the question, the idea, whatever it is, go to the backlog at the wall and ask the stakeholders, hey stakeholders, this is a great new idea and it's urgent. If we did it now, what else would go out of our backlog? So in the ideal world, all stakeholders now could collaborate on what to do next. As you can see, the goal of the sprint review is strategic planning. It is not a demo, it is not an acceptance. And by the way, if you are a product owner and you want to accept the results of your team, you can do that anytime during the sprint, not only in the sprint review. Because in the sprint review, your stakeholders are there, and if you know at the same time as your stakeholders what happened during the sprint, you are standing there naked and it doesn't feel good. So thank you very much for tuning in to this Scrum Tapas. If you want to connect with me, take a look at Scrum.org, go to LinkedIn or Xing, and Scrum on. See you.